नमस्ते, आप सबका स्वागत है चित्त की बात आरती नागपाल के साथ. We have had one previous episode with Colonel Ashok Kini, the Divine Colonel, title given by Bharat Ratna, our President A.P.J. Kalam ji. I have again new podcast with him with new questions, new thoughts. But the connect is the same, the feel is the same. Here we are talking about real life heroes for the common man to become hero. Let us welcome Colonel Ashok Kiniji.
Namaskar.
Namaste. We have had a very brief conversation before. It was in Hindi, and we went into very deep conversations. But one part, I think so few questions, which very important questions they were, I missed to ask you. Sanatan Dharm has become a very key question for everybody, every individual all around the world, especially for Hindus. Some people see it in a negative light. Some people see that why this is rising so much. Everybody has their own perception. They see in their own upbringing, whatever is coming from their family, what they are being taught. That's what they think Sanatan Dharm is. What is actually the essence of Sanatan Dharma?
See, very good question, because these days the people are, very trying to understand the meaning of Sanatan Dharma, because they try to equate with other religions. So whereas Dharma and the religion are two different aspects altogether. What you eat in the breakfast, I don't ask you. Do I? Have I asked you? I don't ask you. So religion is sometimes just a personal thing, where Dharma is a way of life, universal way of life. Yes. When I say Sanatan Dharma, it has no beginning. When it says it's coming from the Vedic period till now, and we follow part of it. That if we really follow the actual Sanatan Dharma, it'll be very good. But whereas if we follow part of Dharma also is very fine. See, like it said, Dharmam, Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. That Dharma is alone we can't, follow. It has to be Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. That means you have to speak the truth to follow the Dharma. Dharma is always depicted in the wheel actually. And Satya is represented by the lion.
Yeah.
Satya, because our emblem is represented by the lion.
Yes,
and
three
the
lion.
lion, three lions. And it is written down below, and it's taken out from the Manduk Upanishad. Satyameva Jayate.
Yes.
And to be frank with you, when you are sitting in a chair, it's called Simhasana. The enlightened person or sages, they also Simhasana. Why Simha? Simha means what? Lion. The Ashoka's, great king Ashoka's, Saranath and lion's capital. Yes. If you see Durga, Ma Durga, she is riding on what? Lion. That is why Sache Darbar, Mata Sherawali Ma, Sache Darbar ki jai. The reason being the Satya is always roaring lion type. We follow, our nation is represented by the emblem of lion, whereas we are supposed to be practicing truth. When we are not practicing the truth, we have no right to say that I am a dharmic person. Please understand that Dharma is connected with Satya also. And what is that Sanatan Dharma? Is the essence of Dharma is Satyam, Jnanam, Anandam, Brahmam. Satyam, Jnanam, Anandam, Brahmam. Satya, when you are practicing the truth, when you follow, it's very difficult, I'm telling you, these days.
It's challenging.
Yeah, challenging. You ask anyone, are you truthful throughout the day? He said, no, I have lied 2 times or 3 times or something. But when you practice the Satya every day, then second comes is a Jnana. Even if you have to learn from a child, there is a lot of learning which comes every step, every minute, there is some learning is there. So it is a fresh learning because these days the children are born with extra IQ.
This is divine generation.
Yeah, divine
completely.
generation, because to tell you frankly, there are no bad souls. Every soul has taken the birth on the earth. Now the divine souls are coming down because
Yeah.
the changing spiritual order requires those souls to come down,
Yes.
because they are the one who is actually the pivotal one who can create that shift the completely. So Satyam Jnanam, the Jnana is very Anandam, because at the end of the day, you have to be happy in
Happy.
life. If you're not joyful and the entire day we worked and you are going to the bed without joy, without happiness, without a contentment
Feeling of
within,
accomplishment.
and you will not be leading a life altogether. It is just an animal's life. What animals do? What is human has got intelligence, human has got a feelings, and human has got a learning capacity to enhance the gyan. Not like animals. That if I teach you something, you are able to learn.
Yes.
And if you are able to learn, then you can gain that knowledge and you can impart the knowledge. Imparting the knowledge, parting with.
Yes,
It is
yes.
something like if you have earned something, you have to impart that with.
Yes.
And just reading by that half knowledge, where half knowledge is very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
So it's like the knowledge which comes down to you from the Vedic period. And when you follow that as a part of it, then you are connected with the Sanatan Dharma. Please understand that. Sanatan Dharma, that all should not be equated with any religion. These days, 80 to 90% people say religion converted with Sanatan Dharma. No. Sanatan Dharma is like mighty Ganga. I said she flows, and anyone who joins, she carries like a Ganga and moves forward. So that is the spirit of Sanatan Dharma, that we don't differentiate with any people. And other religions, they have a date of birth. You understand date of birth,
Yes,
the
yes,
beginning
yes.
and end.
Yes,
Whereas
yes.
Sanatan Dharma doesn't have a beginning and doesn't have an end also. It flows like it's a Vedic, because it's Punya Bhumi. Bharat is a Punya Bhumi. And where we can earn Punya also. All other places, Karma Bhumi. If you go abroad, any nation, you go there for earning. But whereas you come down to Bharat to earn knowledge,
Yes.
learn knowledge, and accumulate your punyas also. That's it.
And depart from your karmas.
Because
Just
the karma, see, I said,
wash it out.
No, please don't say wash it out, because the karma, the one who actually accounts the karmas, whose name is Chitragupta.
Chitragupta.
What does Chitragupta stands for? Chitra means photo.
Photo.
Gupta means secret.
Hidden.
So even if he comes and stand, you can't influence him. You
Yes.
can't bribe him
Yes.
by your puja part or maybe Nevedyam or mantra puja.
Nothing,
You
nothing.
can't bribe him. He is actually detached from anyone.
Steadfast.
Everyone is detached. So you can't influence him.
Yes.
So Chitragupta. So the karma, you have to suffer the karma. Only way how you can amend the karma, wash the karma, as you say,
Yes.
is by doing good karma.
Okay.
How? The good karma is like paropakaraya punya. Paropakara. If you do start helping others, then you earn the punya. And second thing is that by sitting with, the enlightened one,
Enlightened.
and we call it sangat.
Sangat.
Satsang.
Satsang.
Again, sat word is that, there the person is not going to harm you. He's not going to teach you to do harm to others. It's always to do good. These days, a lot of sangat happens, but their negative, teachings goes on. So
Yes.
whereas we have to have a sangat wherein only goodness is taught. You understand that?
Yes, yes,
Then
yes, yes,
if
yes.
you go into the temple,
Okay.
or you don't go to the temple as an architectural temple site, because once a temple is always a temple.
Yes.
Whether the God is there or not there, the essence, the
energy is there. There is a lot of chants and
Even
prayers
our
that happen.
court also says that, the Supreme Court also says, once a temple is always a temple there, we feel that energy there.
Yes.
And apart from that energy of that particular place, there is a deity in the sanctum sanctorum. The deity there.
Yes, deity is
And
there.
we see the deity as a swarupa, that's idol.
Yeah.
Whereas we should get connected to the power behind the deity.
Yes.
We go to the temple, we see the deity, we say pranam to the deity, but we don't get connected from Atma to Paramatma.
Paramatma.
Whereas if we go there, even if you say that, I am not getting connected to you, please bless me, God will be very happy. If you sit and pray to him, he'll stand up. You stand up and pray to him, he'll start dancing. You dance and pray, like Vithoba of Maharashtra.
Yes,
You
yes.
dance and pray, he'll come and sit on your shoulder. Or he'll take you on his shoulder and dance. So that is the beauty of the
That
divinity,
connection.
divinity connection,
Divinity,
right?
yes.
And we have a plenty of connection like that. The spirituality, whereas Sant Tukaram,
Tukaram is there. Sant
yeah,
Gyaneshwar is
Gyaneshwar, all.
there.
So the beautiful abhangs and bhajans
Abhangs,
they have
yes.
written. Kaya hi Pandari, Atmaha Vithala, Nadato Kevala Panduranga. So such a beautiful, wordings. Where from it can come? It can come from only the divine word.
Deepest of your
Yeah,
heart,
it is
the
coming
love.
from the Vedic period, the word, each word, and a person who has no knowledge of basic education writing such kind of a abhang is unimaginable.
Divinity is flowing through you.
Divinity flows, always flows, and only thing, I always say that we as a human is evolved for manyfold. Today's
Manifold.
human, he can sit and chat with the people sitting in America, maybe face calls.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
we don't believe that the entities are also evolved. We only pray to the same Hanuman, same Ram, same Vishnu, and same Shiv Bhagwan or Durga or something. But remember, they have also evolved manyfold. And it is only a minute or second of your connectivity which is required to be, connected with the divinity. And you see the changes happening.
Changing.
But don't block your mind saying that they have not evolved. The God entity has evolved many folds, like the human is evolved. But the only thing we don't know how to get connected. So that lies in the Sanatan Dharma, wherein how we can get connected is the best and easiest ways to do seva. Like the Pundalik of Pandarapur, what seva done by him for
Yes.
his parents. The
Parents.
Vithoba himself came and started, waiting for him to come down. And that
Waiting for
Vithoba,
his
yeah,
devotee.
and he was so happy seeing Pundalik doing such kind of a seva of his service. And he is not bothered about the Lord who has come and waiting for him, but he is involved and grossly involved in the seva. So that kind of a teaching, if we get, and if we as a human devote our time, 5% or 10% of our day's time towards the seva, I think we'll be much, much, much devotionally and spiritually benefiting out of it.
It's nice to understand this. I was wondering that after praying, after understanding Dharma, Sanatan Dharma, devotion is there. How do one heals within? Because you can see there is so many calamities are happening, so much of disasters are happening, consistent wars are happening. There is so much of darkness. You can see there is a yuga parivartan is happening. The time is changing. There is a time of transformation. But this wounded and damaged, hurt people, how do they heal themselves? In which way, what practices, what they should do that they can heal themselves?
First of all, we must understand who are we. When we say we have to heal ourselves and you do a lot of internal transformation, we have to understand that we as a human being is like a mobile telephone. Mobile telephone. We have a model in which there is a SIM card. There's a software inside. Then if you have a lot of balance and all, there is a connectivity which will show. And then you have to have some communication number also. And then you dial that number and you get connected. Like human, we have our, the model is a human body. It requires food. It requires a daily maintenance. Our software is our genetics. It's gift from our parents, the XX and XY. There's no third person involved. What you are today is some total combination of your father and mother. And when I look at you, I look at 7 generation behind you, inverted pyramid, that your parents, their parents, likewise the 7th generation is there in total of you. So it is not you as a genetic, it is all 7 generation behind you in you. So the cleansing part is not yours. You have to cleanse everybody inside. Inverted pyramid behind you. And third is your spirit, soul, the SIM card I said, no?
Yeah, yeah.
And the power.
Yeah.
And that is actually courtesy your Atma, which is connected with your past life also.
Yes.
What good, bad done by you, it's always there in that Atma. And that Atma will try to influence the people, meeting with the people, going to the places, all determined by the Atma. No changes. Of course, the changes can happen if you depend on the divinity. You say, Ma, take me wherever you want. God, take me wherever you want. And allow me to do whatever good you want me to do. So then the direction changes. Otherwise, there's a predestined way always there. We believe in changing the destiny. We believe in the changing the destiny by, by giving ourselves to the surrendered, at the lotus
Complete
feet of the,
surrender.
yes, at the lotus feet of the goddess or Almighty God. That is the beauty of that. Then we have a uniqueness called a place where we're going to stay. Because that vibration of that vastu is also influences. Because if you stay in a place where a saint has come or some good vibration is taking place by satsang or that, if you go there, you get that vibes also. Whereas you go to a place where every day the butchering is happening, you go there, that butchering mind will come to you. Every day you say butchering, cutting the throat of animals and all, you will also get that same feeling. So we have to be out of sight actually. You have to take out from the mind. So the sangat also influences. The sangat means with whom you're sitting. If you sit with me, I will always pump in so much of positivity in you. So negativity will never come into you. We have fourth monkey comes at you. You know three monkeys? बुरा मत देखो, बुरा मत
बुरा
करो,
मत
बुरा
सुनो।
सुनो, बुरा मत. Yeah,
गांधी जी
don't
के
see bad, don't hear bad, don't speak bad.
Yes.
Whereas I made a fourth monkey
Okay.
sitting on top of all three monkeys,
Ah.
showing the back. If you have to see bad, hear bad, or speak bad, don't be there even for a second. Your life is so precious. Your time is so precious.
Absolutely.
Move forward.
Yes.
There will be people waiting there for you to give guidance to you.
Yes. Yes.
Spiritually lift you, help you out. So, if we are teaching to a child, Bura mat dekho, Bura mat, that means somewhere Bura is there.
There.
We
You are
should-
accepting it.
Yeah. But don't make your child to fall into that kind. So, make the child move forward. Aage badho. Aage badho. That's some good thing is waiting there outside. That is the beauty of it. And finally, whom you're connecting with. Like you have a 100-channel television in front of you.
Yeah.
There's so many channels. There are religious channels, music channel, sports channel, so many channels. Even some vulgar channel also. Which one you are going to put? It's your thought,
What
your
is you
intelligence,
within
your wisdom,
Yes.
and your intent. If your intent is good, you will find something good in you. If your intent is bad, you'll find something bad in you. So who is going to change your intent? It is you. No cleaning, outside cleaning can happen. People do a lot of bad karma and they go to Haridwar and Rishikesh and try to take dip in Ganga because Ganga washes every sin. But she's not a soap water. Please understand. You can go to Ganga and wash your karma. Actually, she is a cleanser of the soul. You understand?
Yeah.
She is clean. She can clean the soul. Ganga cleans the soul. And whatever intent is there, she can't clean it. It is your intent. You have to clean it.
Yeah.
Please understand that. And once you do this channel, and you're looking, and if you're hungry, for example, and television channel is, broadcasting how to prepare a beautiful dish. And you are hungry here. And finally, after half an hour, she, presents the food to you. Will you be hungry? You will be able to take it out.
No, the time is gone.
Time is not there. It is actually virtual field. Only
Virtual
that there is a
field.
limitation. If you have to learn something and you have to, fulfill your hunger also by some food, you have to sit with the person who can actually give the food to you. The spirituality is like that. If you can give some food, the spiritual person give food to you, then you will spiritually be very happy. The dharma is actually wherein some food for the soul can come.
Yes.
Then only you'll be able to, chart your way accordingly.
Beautiful. I was wondering that you have been in army. You are a colonel. And there is so much of spirituality in you. The way you speak is not less than any rishi, maharishi. Your mantras, the way of explanation, your knowledge is very deep rooted. Did you educate yourself towards this spirituality from childhood, or it just came to you? And like, how did it happen within you? What was it?
Yeah, it's a very beautiful question because, I can say that, the way your parents have brought you up, because the father, mother, and primary school teachers are the one who influences a child. Dr. Kalam used to say, if we have to take out the corruption from the country, only these three people can do it: father, mother, and primary school teacher. One is a so beautiful concept that no rules and regulation can take out the corruption part of it. So for me, I feel that some gift has come to me from my past life. I believe that. And second, that whatever I explained you just now, that my sangha, my movement with all the sages and saint, and understanding it, because after being with Dr. Kalam, I don't accept anything blindly, because I have to convince to you or to the younger generation. Please understand that.
Yes.
They have to understand that. For them, the science and evidences and then explanation is required.
Yes, yes.
So without
Logical
that, they
mind
will
is
not
very.
understand. So if a new young generation, if the present generation has to understand, I have to explain in the way they understand. So firstly, I have to learn the way I can teach them.
Teach them.
So that to teach them, then my focus is only how to explain to them. In that meaning, I get connected to their soul. So because when I look at you, I'll tell you the secret today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't look at you. I just surrender to your soul, and behind you, all that 7th generation who are staying there, I do pranam to them. So who does that for you? You know, remembering your parents, and then
Yes.
thanks to the divine soul who has
Yes,
come and
yes,
sit
yes,
in front of me. When I do the prayers, they all get up and they say, "Oh, who is this person who's there?" So automatically, a lot of knowledge comes down, and whatever knowledge is there in this genetics also comes down.
Oh.
I can connect to your Kul Devi. I can connect to your, your family deities. I can connect where things went wrong in your family, where we can correct it so that everything comes to you. And secondly, that mantra which comes to you sometimes, manatrayate iti mantra. Mantra is to make your mind powerful. So it's not that by getting mantra you can get connected. It is one sort of way to get connected to the divinity. But always remember, manatrayate iti mantra means mantra is for mind, a powerful mind energy, and mind, to give mind a kind of a firmness. Otherwise, for Atma, is an easy one. When you get out of physical, mental, emotional thing, you can straightway go to the soul related. So the Atma Bhav is very important. So that Atma Bhav is one that is your take. You have to do that Atma Bhav, because what is the aim of life? At the end of the day, what is that you want to achieve? Is it that you want to have 10 crore, 20 crore, 50 crore, or 100 crore bank balance, or Mercedes car, or 5-room flat, or something? What is that you want in life?
Internal Anand,
Yeah.
Paramanand.
So that Anand and
Peace.
Paramanand, they say Nityananda, Sadananda, Paramananda, Brahmananda, all these things are there. But when you have that Ananda is the blissful moment, because that is the essence of life. You are supposed to enjoy the life. If you're not enjoying at the end of the day, and you have not enjoyed the life, and you're sleeping, that means you have wasted one day of your life.
Yes.
Please understand that you are here to enjoy your life. You are supposed to be giving happiness to the people. You are supposed to be making your surroundings happy, joyful, and dance in the bliss. The divinity comes second, because Brahmanand is something. First of all, Nityananda, Sadananda, all these things happen, but the Brahmanand is a divine bliss which can come to you. Like Soma, like the Soma,
Yeah.
which Jan Bakshi used to say, that it's something like eternal happiness, eternal nectar. And once it comes, then you feel that your Atma is permanent nature. That I don't want to deviate from my Atma Bhava, so that I don't leave my Paramatma. Just a Meera.
Yes.
The Meera ka bhakti. She was always surrendered at Lord Krishna's feet.
Yes.
And finally, she got confluenced with Krishna. So that feeling, and it happened about 500-600 years back. So that feeling, we have to get, that Meera ka bhakti has taken her into Krishna. Why we have to go into the history? You see here. Don't you think so?
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
if
yes.
that can happen, and I tell you also, the Udupi Krishna.
Yeah, I was going to ask you actually that question only. When you said Krishna, I was wondering that everybody knows about Krishna, about Radha, about all the deities, everybody. But Mata Devki, she gave birth to Krishna, and I know very little about her. I only know that she gave birth to Krishna in Karavas, in jail. But what is the story of her? What happened to her?
It's a very, very touching story because I worship Devaki
Yeah.
more than Yashoda.
Yes, yes,
Don't
yes.
mind my saying
No,
that.
no, no, no.
Because she is the one, Mata Devaki is the one who gave Lord Krishna to us.
Yeah.
The person who gave, like, a prime minister gives so many benefits to the, country.
Yeah.
So we remember the prime minister. Like
Yes.
we remember Devaki who gave Krishna to us.
Yes.
She sacrificed him the same night of birth.
Absolutely.
And she missed all that, child and mother connection. She could not, and that too after suffering 7 deaths.
So much of pain.
And she spent rest of her life also in Karga till such time,
Yes.
Krishna came and liberated them.
Yes.
So her life story is very, very important for us to understand her contribution to the dharma.
Yeah.
Because entire dharma yuddha, the Krishna is the Lord.
Yes.
And who gave the birth to Krishna is Deva.
Mata Devi.
That is very important.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you one small incident which happened. When last phase of Lord Krishna, he was, with Devaki Mata in Dwarka. Rukmini also was there as Krishna's consort.
Yeah.
And Devaki Mata told that Krishna, I gave you birth. In the same night you were taken away. I never had an opportunity to take care of you as a child. I never saw you growing up. And on top of it, they sing, everybody's singing Yashoda ki Nandalala, Yashoda ki Nandalala.
Yes.
You see how much pain I can suffer.
Yes,
I
yes.
never saw you. So Krishna melted away. Immediately said, Ma, for you I'll become a child now. And he became a child immediately.
Oh.
He started playing with Devaki. And that mamata, the love, affection
Yes,
of a
yes,
mother towards
yes.
a child, it started giving so much of positive aura. Rukmini, who was standing away somewhere, she came running that what's happening? And she came and saw this divine child. She came and hugged the child immediately. The Rukmini.
Okay, yeah.
The
I
child
understand.
became
Yes, yes,
Lord
yes.
Krishna again, the big man. He said, I don't want you, I want the child. Krishna said, it was a divine leela for my mother. So you can't ask the child again. It was only meant for her. No, I want the child. I want the child. So finally, Krishna from Aswatma Bhava Chaitanya took the idol of Krishna
Okay.
and gave it the child to Rukmini to pray. So Rukmini kept that child and she started praying with that. And finally, the entire Dwaraka got submerged. This idol also got submerged for so many thousands of years. So in Dwaraka, that area, that Gopi Chandan was there, some
Yes.
sandal paste.
Yes.
It used to come and get layered on this idol.
Okay.
So that become a big stone.
Okay.
So about 900 years back, some fisherman got it. So he brought it to the market to sell it. For some foreigner, I don't know, somebody who came, he took it for barter system and he put it in the ship and he took that. He sailed out from that Porbandar area. And when he reached towards Malpe, Mangalore side,
Okay.
there one saint was there, Madhvacharya.
Okay.
He had a lot of fisherman community also, followers. He used to go to the seaside, Arabian Sea. He saw one ship got stuck in the sea. He sent all his fishermen and asked them to go and see. So they saw the people, the ship got stuck, there's some mechanical defect. So they saved all the, the occupants of the ship. So the businessman who was the owner of the ship, he said, you can take anything, you saved us. So he said, what is there in that? He said, this. I said, okay, give me that Gopi Chandan. So that Gopi Chandan was gifted to this Madhvacharya. And they know the story there in Udupi. So it has happened in Udupi. They took that stone to the temple, and when they broke it there, they found the idol there.
Oh.
And they consecrated the idol in Udupi. How our North Indian Krishna has traveled to South India. And Udupi Krishna is very famous, is that Saptamatas are taking care of it, and they consecrated the idol there. And it was being worshipped for the last 800-900 years. About 400-500 years back, when the Bhakti movement started, Kanakadasa is a singer, Bhakti singer.
Okay.
He tried to enter into a temple, but they didn't allow. The temple authority didn't allow him to enter into, because he was caste difference or something at that time. So he went behind the temple, sat there, and started singing bhajan on praise of Krishna. By evening, Krishna turned 180 degree.
I have heard this. I know this.
He turned 180
Yes.
degree. Today you go to Krishna's temple in
Yes.
Udupi.
It is the
in the main
Murtis
door,
of-
you can't see Krishna. It's backside.
Yes.
You go behind. There's a small window which is named after Kanaka. Kanaka's window.
Yeah.
You look at the Krishna there and pray to him.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that Chaitanya Bhav, that story, people don't know about the North Indian part of story of,
Yeah.
The similar way, I also worship Yog Maya because along with Krishna, Maya took, the
Yeah.
Shakti took
Shakti
birth,
birth.
and she's Yog Maya.
Sister of Krishna.
Krishna, Yog Maya.
Yes.
So
in the Karavas.
yeah,
Yes.
and then Kamsa came and tried to.
Tried
so
to
her head fell down in next to a Qutub Minar in Delhi. There is a temple,
Yeah.
Yog Maya temple.
Yes.
Now her feet fell down in Vindhyachal. There is a temple at Vindhyachal, and the feet also.
Yeah.
And the body parts become lightning.
Yeah.
They say they believe in that because I've been to all these places and I get a lot of knowledge. I also get connected to the Sthal Purana. Sthal Purana is the history of the place.
history of the land.
Yeah,
Land
but
energy.
you can get connected.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
there is ways
yes.
and means you can get connected spiritually.
Yes.
And then it communicates to you also.
Yes.
So if you go to this Yog Maya Mandir in Delhi, very close to, people go to Qutub Minar to see, but they miss out this such a wonderful historical temple, Yog Maya. It's written there, Om Shri Yog Maya Mahalakshmi Narayani Namostute. Om Shri Yog Maya Mahalakshmi Narayani Namostute. When she Yog Maya, when you talk about Yog Maya, when you say Yog Maya, Mahalakshmi is like prosperity that should come into you. Yes. Prosperity. Narayani, the spiritual enlightenment, elevation. So both have to come together in Kali Yuga.
Yes.
So in Kali Yuga, it is Yog Maya, Mahalakshmi, Narayani. In that form, you have to worship.
Yes.
Then only you will get that feeling of that. So Yog Maya worshipping is all there, but we don't know how to get connected.
Yeah.
We should get connected to all
Actually,
this.
people don't have knowledge of it. So there is no question of, knowing and then worshipping. You don't know. Hindus, I do not want to pick and choose religion. Sanatan Dharm, we talk about it. But how many of us know about it? We just talk about it. We don't know the deep-rooted Vedas. We don't know our scriptures. We have no idea about all these origination of the stories. Udupi Krishna, you told me the story right now. Devki Ma, you told me the story. All these little tiny informations, what used to happen? There used to be a joint family. There used to be a conversation. There used to be grandmother. She used to tell stories to this little child. And when mother is occupied doing the house chores, that time this little child is getting stories from the grandma, grandfather. So that thing is only broken. Families have become nuclear. Everybody is working. Children are not getting that kind of education. And our education system in the school, it's all British. So our Vedas and our scriptures are gayab from the education. I have learned Sanskrit little bit in my childhood. But Sanskrit is not the language which is being taught in India as a basic, first language. There has to be, little bit should be taught. Since our all scriptures are in Sanskrit, that is not there. So these kind of knowledge when you want to gain, how you have gained the knowledge, I don't think so that you have studied and you have got it. It has come to you. So this kind of knowledge when somebody wants to gain, how do that person access to its original roots? I want to know that.
See, first of all, you must understand that a person has, that Swami Vivekananda has said, every soul is potentially divine. So what is wrong in the soul? There is nothing wrong. The soul is divinely connected. And the soul's intention is to get divinized. Please understand. The soul's intention is to get divinized. But we get involved because of genetic karma. That, your children, you have to impart with the knowledge.
Yes.
And that has to be in your genetics also. That is very important.
Yes.
We have to give that pure genetics. We should not, play with our genetics, first of all. And second is that environment which we can create is something which actually is with you. And of course, it's with the government also. And present government in the center, they are doing very well.
Lot of good
Yeah,
work.
a lot of good, and
Yeah.
for imparting the knowledge of Sanskrit. And you have a lot of, these days social media also is doing a lot of wonderful job.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
we should not, point blank tell them that we have no, wherewithals
Access.
or access or to
Access.
learn something. Please understand, present day, till few years back, the education system was supposed to be making you only educated,
Yeah.
graduated.
Yeah.
Because it never made you a knowledgeable person.
Yeah.
It never made you a knowledgeable
Knowledgeable.
person. Whereas somewhere, I think the question will only, I'll tell you one girl, her name is Vishnu Priya. She came from Tamil Nadu to meet Dr. Kalam in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. So Dr. Kalam used to interact with the students. So this girl, Vishnu Priya, asked him, "Sir, can you tell me whether God exists? Do you believe in God?" I was waiting for this answer for so many, months together to hear the answer from him. You know what he replied to her? He said, "Earth rotates around its axis. How many hours? You tell me."
24 hours.
24 hours.
Yes.
It is neither 23 nor 25. It's always 24. Why?
Why?
She has no answer. Then later Kalam said, Earth rotates around the sun. 365 days, How many days?
365.
Yeah. It is neither 363 nor 367. Why 365 always? No answer. Then he said the entire solar system moves in the Milky Way galaxy so many billion years. And he explained. And all planets are in harmony with each other. They don't fight
They don't
each other.
fight with each other.
Hope you got the answer? Sit up. Means, he has conveyed in such a way, there is a power
Yeah.
which controls everything.
Everything.
And this girl came to me, "Uncle, what did that president try to convey to me?" I said, "You ask me later, I'll explain." She's still a friend of mine.
Acha.
And I told her, see, in our Shastras, our scripture, we say, Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaki. We call Durga or the Jagadamba. Jagat ki Amba, the mother of the universe. It's Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda, infinite crore universal mother. So she's the one actually who has done the big bang. You say bang, bum bum, we say damaru,
Yes.
all this thing, the
Yes.
time machine, everything. So there has to be some power which created the big bang,
Yeah.
which actually science says the bang created the universe. Then who
It's
created
reverse.
the bang? I
Yeah.
asked this question. Sometimes we have a discussion with
Yeah.
Dr. Kalam. He says, this is what it is actually. Somebody created that creation force is mother.
Yes.
Yeah, that is why, the creation, even a mother has a womb wherein Om is silent there, it's lying there. But when you say Om, W and B is silent and Om is there. And Om is actually universal creating power.
Yes.
Somewhere we have to understand that our scripture connects to our youth.
Yes.
Because somewhere in the Sanatan roots, lot of science is there. Whether you take the astrology, whether you take the Vedas, everywhere it is.
In numerology also.
It is there.
Numbers.
Yeah, it is
It is there. It is there.
Only thing we have to understand that the chakra system, I
Yes.
tell you one chakra, Mooladhara chakra you say.
Yes.
When you sit for meditation,
Yes, yes.
Mooladhara and Sahasrara I say.
Yes.
And Mooladhara is the Mooladhara Sthito Brahma. The Brahma is the creative power is that all your ancestral power is there on your Mooladhara tip of your spinal cord.
Yes.
And it says that Kundalini, the coiled serpent, is
serpent.
resting there. And when you focus her to awaken, the Kundalini rises slowly, and Shat Chakra Bhedana. She pierces through all the chakras and finally comes to Sahasrara. And from the Sahasrara, she opens up. And I tell you some secret today. Because if you put up, the map of the brain over the geographical features of the India, Bharat, it represents a similar lines.
Oh.
That is why our ancestors used to say that do Tirtha Yatra of this or Tirtha Yatra, so many days Tirtha Yatra, so one place you go, you get that vibration there and activation
It
of that
opens up.
dormant neurons of your brain.
Oh.
Some deep study is required to do that thing and make it to the world. And world will jump with the knowledge because Bharat has tremendous spiritual knowledge.
Yes.
When you say the brain and geographical features are matching, and you say if you go to Prayag, Tirtharaj Prayag or Varanasi or to Ayodhya, your corresponding neurons will open up. That is why you are happy today. It is not that idol which is, I've been to Ayodhya,
Yeah, yeah.
and I saw idol Ram was resting in the tambu,
Yeah.
the tent.
Yeah, yes.
So I asked one Panditji who was taken bath and shivering and going to pray. I asked him, why is Lord inside the tent?
Huh.
He looked at me. "Hey, why is this man asking this question? And I said, please. He said, Uski marji. What is it?
Uski
Uski
marzi.
marji. He is Lord by himself. How long he has to stay in the tent is Uski marji. Then I said, wow, this is something which I never
You were not
expected from him.
expecting.
And I came down and I was standing, the guard was staying there with a weapon there in front. I said, Lord, you have been guarded by somebody with no uniform, like me. I was an army officer. I saw his name. He was carrying a nameplate of Ahmad. Muslim name.
Yeah.
He was in uniform. I said, wow, this man is so dedicated. He got the opportunity to guard Lord Ram. He's being from the paramilitary forces.
Yes.
But imagine, he's so lucky to stand in front of the deity.
Yes.
And I was just watching, all this is just a nimit. It's just a
Leela.
Yeah, it's for to
Khel.
make us understand.
Yes.
He has decided to come into the Ram Mandir, his own Mandir, because there is a change in the spiritual order has to
Yes,
come.
yes.
And India, Bharat has to become Ram Rajya again.
Yes.
The Praja has to be happy, enjoying. So our leadership is taking accordingly a steps
All
to
these footsteps,
step.
yes.
We have to accept it wholeheartedly and celebrate this coming
Moment.
of yes.
That is how India is becoming Vishwaguru.
Yes.
That is how the spirituality is, the center of the spirituality is India.
Yes.
From here, the lotus is opening.
Yeah, lotus, because lotus is like that dormant neurons in our brain.
Yes.
How we can, like you said, how we can cleanse ourselves. The intent has to be there that I have to reach up to. It's that, after Navaratra, 9 days of, you do puja.
Puja,
Yeah,
sadhana.
brahmacharinis, all this goddess you worship. And final Dashami din, that Kundalini Shakti goes to the, Vijay Dashami's day, is actually supposed to be enjoying that, the coronation of Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah, we say Vijay Dashami is the coronation of Ram.
Ram.
Because where I believe that where there is, deficiency of Ram, Ravan happens. Deficiency of
Ram.
Ravan happens. Where there is deficiency of love, the cancer happens.
Yes.
The only place we never heard about cancer is heart.
Yes.
You know that?
Yes,
Heart,
yes.
Heart is the only place where you communicate with love. Where there is, I think, some way we are talking about cancer. Where if we talk about love, no cancer will be there.
Yes.
Because the present day society is lacking love. Hatred is coming. We should actually, keep the hatred away and start loving the community, friends, relations, everybody. And more than that we should love our nation, Bharat. Then only that patriotism will come up.
Absolutely.
And it's time that we should show our love, affection, care to our nation.
Yes.
That is important.
Definitely. Beautiful. The God Himself resides within us. We are love. We are the center. We are the end. And we have to surrender to ourselves to rise within. And we are born, we are Bhagyashali. We are so Bhagyashali and blessed that we are born on Bharat Ma's Dharti. So, thank you very much. You have served our Bharat Ma. You have been colonel, you have been in army forces, you have protected Bharat Ma, and you are sitting with me. I have really enjoyed every word you said, every word I have felt. Thank you very much for giving me insights about Krishna and Ma Devki. Thank you so much.
I'll tell you one more thing before we end up this, is that Banaras is considered not to be part of the earth.
Oh.
Yes. You can go and ask, even in the official record, Banaras is not part of the earth.
You mean it is a portal?
The Banaras is, it's called Varanasi
Yeah.
and Kashi.
Okay.
Earlier days, you must have heard there is the bartans, that
Yeah.
you have to supposed to be put kalai.
Ha ha ha.
The shine which actually comes through that kalai,
Yeah.
the shine is called kash.
Gosh, yes,
And
yes, yes.
actually, Banaras is being created by that kash, the light.
Oh,
The bright light which created the Kashi is actually resting on the hood of Trishula of Shiva.
oh,
Yeah. And Ganga flows on the Uttaravahini there. She flows in the
yeah.
direction of Uttaravahini.
Reverse.
This is a hub of spiritual nation.
Yes,
Supposed to be spiritual nation, hub, spiritual center. And it's such a powerful that people go and die there to burn themselves
Yes.
so that they believe that they go directly.
go directly.
And the Chitta Agni has been lighted for so many thousands of years. It's not been drowsed off. Even today, it's been burnt from one fire to another fire. You know that.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's like this.
Yes, yes, I know that link.
We have to understand that, if we have something within us which needs to be cleansed, you ask me,
Yeah.
I'll answer you that.
Yeah.
All that kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, massa, ahankara, mimamsa, samshaya, you want to clean from yourself, want to become a pureful man, go to Banaras and stay for 7 days, at least 7 hours. Because that place has the sanctity of burning.
Yeah.
It will burn off all your
Agni.
negativity completely. But you should feel that it's going to burn. And go there. Even if you have some ailment of any disease also, go there. And say that it should get burned out and I should become fit, healthy, enough again. You will be happy. You see that thing. It is such a spiritual place. And it is by nature, that's the sanctity and power is there in that. And likewise, Ayodhya is place where your Ram, your Atma Bhav is supposed to be getting, rebirth.
Awakened.
Rebirth again.
Yes.
Because it's been dormant till now. That is why you don't find love, affection, because Ma Sita represents love.
Yes.
Yeah, Lakshman actually brotherhood. Whenever Vishnu took birth,
Yeah.
Adishesha said, I want to be your brother. So when Vishnu become Ram, Adishesha become Lakshman. The Vishnu become Krishna, Adishesha become Balaram.
Balaram.
So that connectivity of brotherhood is always Lakshman. And Sita, Mata Sita is also love. And we have to understand that we need to create that Ram Darbar. Yeah. So with your permission, I'll end up with one bhajan
Yes.
that Prithvi sabse badi, Prithvi sabse badi. Prithvi kaise badi? वो तो शेष शयन पर खड़ी. शेष सबसे बड़ा. शेष कैसे बड़ा? वो तो शिव जी के गले में पड़ा. शिव जी सबसे बड़ा. शिव जी कैसे बड़ा? वो तो कैलाश पर जाकर खड़ा. कैलाश सबसे बड़ा. कैलाश कैसे बड़ा? वो तो रावण से लड़ खड़ा. रावण सबसे बड़ा. रावण कैसे बड़ा? वो तो वाली के बगल में खड़ा. वाली कैसे बड़ा? वो तो राम बाण से मरा. राम सबसे बड़ा. राम कैसे बड़ा? राम कैसे बड़ा? वो तो भक्त हृदय में खड़ा. भक्त सबसे बड़ा जिन्होंने राम नाम को पढ़ा. So you say Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Yes.
And when you say that Mahamantra Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Ram
I was
Hare.
going to ask you that. Thank you. Yeah.
When you say Mahamantra Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Who is Ram? Ram is our heartbeat, our prana Shakti. And who is actually making it beat? It's the Lord.
Lord,
When we
Krishna.
say Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, I said that beating of that my heart is not mine, Ram. It is yours. From today, I feel that you are the one responsible for beating it. Yes. So it's not mine. Yes. So Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. All that 5 senses which are supposed to be enjoying this life. Yeah. It's also not mine, Krishna. It is yours.
Yeah.
So when you say heartbeat is not mine, the senses is not mine. And what is left in you? Zero. You become zero. Though actually it makes you Satchidananda, Satchitta Anand. To make you Satchidananda, your senses has to be neutralized completely, and you should not feel that you are living, because it's all surrendered bhav.
Yes.
When you offer your pran at the lotus feet of the Lord, automatically you get surrendered. And that bhav will create a kind of a spiritual awakening in you, and you become an entity of divinity. That saint who said that every soul potentially divine actually gets awakened from there.
Yes.
Thank you very much for giving this
Thank you very
opportunity.
much.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you all have enjoyed. Stay connected. Stay in love. Pray your divine within. Thank you.